What can I sell you, please?
okay? I was after
Yeah.
one of these things. What are these?
These are mangoes, 5 shillings each.
5 shillings. What are these
Yeah,
things?
these are donuts.
Donuts.
Do you know donuts?
Can I have a bag of donuts as well?
I do worship with the Nairobi believers. Now they decided to help me with the small loan.
Great. So the church gave you a loan and you've been able to build your business?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll enjoy those mangoes. Not so long ago, Samaritan's Purse had a good thought. What if the church in the developing world and the church in the UK really connected in partnership? So we're here in Kibera, one of the slums in Nairobi, Kenya, to see what church partnership is all about. And I'm here to meet a church pastor and his church to see the remarkable journey that they've been on. It's here in the heart of Kibera slums that Pastor Frank and his team have made their home. Their mission is to bring spiritual hope and give real practical support to their community.
And we started as a home cell. You know, we were just a bunch of young people excited about God. We didn't have any money in our pocket, but we had a lot of love in our heart. Okay. And we were driven. We knew that we can bring a difference with Jesus in this community. And as the church kept on growing, the needs kept on growing. And we knew that God was leading us into meeting these needs.
When the church saw the homemade jewellery Patricia was making, they encouraged her to sell it in Mombasa. And when she was unable to fulfill a large order, they gave her a small loan, allowing her to meet the order and go on to build a successful business. But this isn't the only way her life has been changed through the church.
Eventually, when I went to Mombasa, I got a very good order to go and supply some shops in Mombasa. They were able to give me a small loan, and I was able to make that supply. I think that if it wasn't for the church, I would be really down and out, because first of all, I wouldn't have known Christ. I would have been really oppressed by the circumstances of my life. I started coming to church. My husband did not know the Lord either, and he was an alcoholic. He would spend all the family resources on alcohol. He was able to see that this is a different kind of ministry, and he said that if this is what it means to go to church, I want to be part of it too, and we'll all go as a family.
If you look at it, maybe Kibera doesn't have a whole lot to offer to the rest of the world, but I'm sure that there is some gems that people can glean on from this end. It's more spiritual awakening. Even if you don't have money, you know, many people are waiting for God to bring in that big check so that they can go and plant the church. But I tell you what, here in Kibera, we do it over and over, every day. We plant new churches.
I'm totally inspired that you go and you reach the people who no one else probably wants to reach, but you're just doing it and you're living it, and the church is living it. You know, we see all these kids around here waiting to be fed, waiting to have fellowship, waiting to sing. The church has become a hub for local kids, some whose parents are away working, some who've lost their mums and dads because of AIDS, others who just come for the food, fun and friendship they find here. So what does church partnership look like? Let me draw you a picture. You've got the UK church with all its problems, its opportunities, reaching out into their communities. And you've got the church overseas with exactly the same, with their opportunities, their difficulties. And partnership is about bringing them both together, supporting each other, praying for each other, learning from each other as they reach out to their respective communities.
Our strength is in small group. We never lost focus on that. The activities are more, education provision, income generating activities. We are fighting disease, holistic ministry in our community.
What is your thought about your church partnering with the church in the UK?
No man is an island in this world. We need each other. Like when you take a string of rope and it is tied into three, in Africa we say that it is very difficult to cut. What motivates me is the commissioning of Jesus. He told me, and he tells you also in his word, to go into the nation, into different ethnic groups, I see Jesus in the face of every person who passes here.
So we've seen the journey the church in Nairobi has been on and how they're reaching out to their communities. And church partnership is about bringing two worlds together. The UK church and the church here in Nairobi, supporting each other, caring for each other, praying for each other as they both seek to fulfill God's mission in their communities. For many years, Samaritan's Purse have been working with local church overseas and in the UK. We're here to act as a bridge, forging partnerships between churches in these two worlds, ensuring that the fit is right and that relationships flourish.